Hi and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. We have for today the topic of marriage. Um, what are my thoughts on marriage, and then the conclusion: should you get married? So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so I think that marriage is not very good concept because it is a legal obligation to the idea of a person. Notice that you're not marrying the person, but you're marrying the idea what life with this person will look like. But you don't take into account that people change and your image of people change. Like you might know someone for a couple of months and then they do something like you notice something that kind of show you their character in a completely different view than you used to uh, see them. So for an example, someone you know is you see them as a very nice person, but uh, they once act mean to someone. You notice them being completely mean to someone, and that can completely alter your perception of them. So my point is that people change, and you're basically locking away your freedom to a person. Yeah, you do like that person right now, obviously, but nothing is stopping that person from becoming different, or even you from becoming different. And your emotions, like maybe you will stay the same, like you won't get evil, you won't become mean and stuff. Like you know them as a person and they know you, and maybe you don't change at all, but what can happen is that your feelings change. The spark that you had just disappears. Like there is no more emotional, like it was emotional connection like it was before. And what do you do then? Because you're stuck in this legal obligation towards them, and you might even share stuff, like you're tied up with those things as well, and you're now in a lose-lose situation. um, you're losing if you stay with them, because the relationship kind of becomes toxic if you see that it is not working, but you're just trying to make it work because of that obligation, and because you committed yourself to each other. And you also lose if you decide to um, go and divorce, because you will maybe lose some stuff, and it will be much harder to get detached from the commitment that you made. Like it is a complete emotional, not just a mental commitment, like yeah, I'm committed now to this person, but you can emotionally get attached to that relationship. I don't know about you, but I view freedom as one of the most valuable things that a person can have. Not just freedom, physical freedom, but emotional freedom and detachment from stuff as well. And marriage is basically completely opposite of freedom. You're literally tying yourself down to one person and to the expectations of what will life look like with that person. And then you of course maybe even get and have children, and now it's much harder to get rid of that relationship, because you can't just divorce someone with who you have children, because you think that is wrong and that will uh, that you're just selfish because you don't think of the children, like you're gonna mess up their life as well. And yeah, there's not much there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with marriage. Of course, it could turn up all great and like in movies, but statistically looking and seeing the statistics, um, yeah, odds are not in your favor. And what people don't notice that um, you're not special with odds. Like you won't just like every person has, like maybe not every, but most people have a feeling that they will work it out with their marriage. Like you're not special because you think, oh, we will work it out. Like everyone basically thinks that, and the chances are that it's not going to work out, and that you're going to get stuck into this commitment that you won't be able to get out of. You don't need to be basing your life on some religion to have a good life, and that you don't need to get married to have a healthy and happy relationship with someone. Like you can still have a completely great relationship with someone. It doesn't matter that how you call it. It doesn't matter how you call it. You can call it marriage, you can call it relationship, you can call it being together, whatever you want to call it. You can still have great relations to other person without all the burdens that come up with marriage and commitment on on a legal on legal stuff. Just notice that there is no need for marriage except the view you have on marriage. Like you see marriage as this some tradition that needs to be followed for you to have a complete relationship with someone. Or you might be religious and that is kind of pushing you on to marriage. And of course, it's your decision. So being in marriage or not being in marriage, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's your decision and it's your life. You can't really mess it up. It all has its pros and cons, and if you're willing to risk it with marriage, then go ahead. I just want you to notice that this commitment is completely unnecessary, and that there are much more things that can go wrong than that could go right. Like you don't get anything out of the relationship. Like the relationship doesn't go to another level just because you get married. Like in most cases, it actually gets it gets worse because people can just now they think they're settled and now they can just act more shitty towards the other person. And please notice that there are tons of abusive relationships, and tons of times it happens over and over again that people don't notice that they are stuck. They are stuck in this marriage because it's a commitment, and when you have a commitment to part of reality that is constantly changing, like you as a person is completely different than it might have been than you were before. Like in a couple of years you will be also very much different. So yeah, you're leaving tons of chance to stuff to go wrong, and that is the risk of marriage. And I don't like risk at all, personally. If you do, that is fine. Do whatever you want. I'm just trying to show you another perspective, because most people don't think for themselves, but um, they just accept what is the narrative that is being pushed upon them. There is a whole narrative that is being pushed, that you can find, that you must find this one perfect person, that you will be together, always be compatible with each other, and everything will work out and everything will be great. And that is fantasy, that is just movies, and that is just church and religion. In the end, fantasy. And also, what about the children? If you want to have children, then how can you have children if you're not married? Well, you don't need to be married to have children, and you can still break apart from each other and still have a healthy relationship with the kids. Kids don't need a family like people imagine they do. Like, what is family? Family is just a construct. Like, it doesn't have to be mother, father, and a couple of kids and a dog or whatever. It's a construct. What children really need is love and a sense of unity with others, or sense of community. And that can be in a form of family, but it doesn't have to be. Like, you can raise children on your own, and the child can still feel enough love for it, and the child can still have a healthy childhood with one parent. The only problem is that people nowadays don't know how to raise their children, and don't have a healthy attitude, and don't show much love to their children. So yeah, they don't get that sense of love and community. And notice that it doesn't have any correlations with family. Like, a child can feel love from anyone. That it doesn't have to be their biological parents, and it doesn't have to be the family like we create in our fantasies. And yeah, that is my opinion on, and my perspective on marriage. I think that most people won't agree with it, like, because most people are stuck in their paradigm that is being a narrative that is being pushed by the society and by church, and that is fine. That's why I'm here, to show you that it doesn't, like, to show you the facts, not to show you the picture of marriage. And then you have to make your own decision. Like, will you listen to what the society and what your feelings that are created by the society and the church tell you, or will you listen to the facts? That's on you. That's your thing, and do what you want. And that's it. That's it for this video. Like, if you want to like, click like, and if you want to comment, be sure to do so as well. And if you're new to the channel and you like the content, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss when I'll be posting other stuff. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.